to another exciting edition of our show, Don't Trip on Our Mushrooms. And today's episode is called The Gospel, according to Harlie and Deke. I am your hostess, Harley Quinn.
I'm the Adder Mad Hatter Deke Rivers.
And right here I got my little man, Buddy Cash. Say hi, Buddy Cash. Hi. Okay, stop. All right, so let's get this party started.
So, Harley, what kind of stuff were you going to talk about today?
Oh, we got plenty of talk about today. But first, I have to ask you the question that I should ask you every week, but sometimes I forget. What are we going to do today, Deke?
Same thing we do every day, Harley. Try to take over the world.
Awesome. So, let's begin with our show.
First off, I want to say something before we get started that's way off subject, but I'm just going to throw this out there.
Okay.
Everybody here in this room anyway knows I love a show called Boy Meets World.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you've seen it. Jenny, I'm sure you've seen it. Buddy, I'm sure you've seen it.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to address something pertaining to the new spin-off of it called Girl Meets World. Mm-hmm. What the heck is going on, because I'm freaking lost. I know my boy Sean came back recently, which, by the way, let's hear a shout-out for Sean, because Sean was the coolest.
Hey,
holla,
holla.
Anyway, like, I'm freaking lost, because when they said they were doing the reunion, they showed Feeney, they showed the mom and dad, they showed Eric, they showed Morgan, and they showed the red-haired girl, and Matthew Lawrence. Not one of them were in this episode, so like I'm like literally confused. I'm like, okay, and I thought Sean was married. Anyway, to make a long story short, Harley, you go ahead.
Okay, well, before we get into our normal segments like Jack White Says and all that kind of stuff, because you know how I like to talk about Jack White.
What's your buddy? What's your?
I love Jack White. Like no shit. Like,
well, I can see why.
But I think in his defense, he's getting super jealous because I've been listening to the Jersey Boys and John Lloyd Young like crazy. Like,
I see.
Jack is like, Bae, seriously right now, Bae? Seriously? He's like, seriously right now, Bae, seriously? And I'm like, it's Babe. What the hell does Babe mean anyways? I'm like, dude, you're like 39 and I'm like 28. We're too old for that little kid shit. You know what I mean?
I see. I see. It's like me with Katy Perry. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you're like, Babe. And she's like, Babe. And I was like, Babe. And then he's like, Babe. And I'm like, what? What are you saying? Okay, by the way, that conversation didn't happen. I was just trying to make it funny. But anyway.
No, I got her, folks. It's like me with Katy Perry. I drill all over her like a fat man drill over chicken. Okay, that was a cheap that was a cheap shell on me.
That was funny, by the way. I couldn't laugh because I would have choked on smoke, and then I would have been like a Beatles song where he's like, he's choking. I don't even know what song it is, but I know it's in a Beatles song.
I think it's I Am the Walrus.
Okay, we're getting way off topic here. That was just too much. Like, we started Jack White Says. We covered everything. Okay, so I wanted to talk about Mariah Carey. Did you
Clear your schedule, folks. We'll be here a while.
No, I gotta tell you this because this was some goddamn diva fucking behavior that just, like, irks me. What the fuck, Mariah? What the fuck is going on with you, okay? Like, you need to get your shit together. You are way too much of a singer to be putting up with that shit from Nick Cannon opening his mouth a little bit too much, okay? Zip it. Sit. You know what? Have a seat, Nick. I'll be with you in a goddamn minute, okay?
This ain't your part of the show just
this
yet.
This ain't your part of the show, so sit down and have a seat. We'll be right with you. But apparently Mariah was supposed to sing. Mariah sang at the Rockefeller tree lighting ceremony that they show on TV every year, right? Okay. She was supposed to show up the day before to tape it live. So the vocals would sound good or whatever. But instead, she kept everybody waiting in the rain and the cold and the snow. And then and then she showed up like 4 hours late. And the concert people were all pissed. And they're like, you know what, you can just go home. But then she begged them to stay. And she sounded horrible. I mean, so bad that the producers and the people from the actual show leaked on YouTube the actual vocal of her singing, and she sounds rough. Like, sit down with the champagne. Let me hold the champagne. Like, let me be a part of your team, Mariah, because I'll be like, you just pay me $1 million, like, freaking $100,000 a freaking day, and I'll slap the damn glass out of your head like, is that champagne? No! What is that? What the hell? What's in that cup? What's in that cup? No, Mariah! And besides, she shouldn't even be getting turned up with them babies in the house and Anyways, I don't even think she'd be taking care of them.
Well, you know what? That's so much of dum-dum. Go ahead, drink it up.
I'm just saying, Mariah, you need to get your shit together because I love that Christmas song. I mean, I can't even sing as good as you, but man, I'd be like, wow, I want to hear that song. Okay. I'm over with that. So, talk about your joke that you were just telling me a few minutes ago.
Oh, what about the Ochin?
Yeah.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, and those of you listening, I'm an avid fan of Ralphie May. He's a comedian. He's funny as hell. And this man tells some funny jokes. I have his albums on my phone. And I know what y'all are thinking. Y'all are thinking that, okay, you're crazy to be listening to that. But you know what, y'all? I respect him. He's so southern, he's his own cousin, okay? Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, he was telling this joke that he went to a black movie theater. Okay, the reason he went to a black movie theater was to see a black movie. Now, okay, he said that he went to a black movie theater with watermelon chewing gum.
Yeah.
Okay, don't start booing me just yet, y'all. I know what you're thinking. That's some racial shit. But let me explain this to you. I'm going to lay this out for y'all to play this out, okay?
Yeah.
The reason he had watermelon bubble gum is because it will produce the amount of spit that you need so you won't get cotton mouth from sitting in the movie theater from them smoking all that weed. Okay. All right, moving on. So he's in the movie theater. He's getting ready to see his movie. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, this trailer for this movie, Open Water, comes on. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what he hears. Oh, hell no! Didn't you see Jaws? Why the hell are you out there in the water anyway? Where's your water wings, motherfucker? And then the girl's like, oh, hell no! Why y'all in the middle of the ocean scuba diving? Won't catch me scuba diving? I wouldn't mess my hair up. I pull a razor blade out of my titties. I'd cut you. And he's like, by this time, I'm crying because she said that scuba diving like 20 times. So he said, so I turned around. And this girl tried to punk him out. She was like, white boy, what you looking at? He goes, now, in any situation, he goes, you white folks would be like, oh, nothing. He goes, I Tai Chi this situation. He goes, this is what I did. I said, man, I was just agreeing with y'all. You won't catch me in the ocean, these stupid white people. I'd fuck around and feed all them sharks.
That's funny.
Anyway, and then the girl, and then he tells the girl, he tells the guy and the girl, he's like, do you want some chewing gum? He's like, he's like, scuba diving. He's like, won't catch me scuba diving. He's like, I've been snorkeling. You've been snorkeling?
You've been snorkeling? That's funny, Deke. What else? Do you have anything else to say?
I do.
How's your games?
My games are fine, but I do actually have something else I want to address.
Okay.
Earlier this week, I was talking to Harley and about my music, and I was doubting myself, and she made me see the light because she told me, she said that just go out there and do what you love. It doesn't matter, it doesn't really matter who you are or what you do. Just go out there and do it, and if you succeed, fine. If you don't succeed, that's fine too. She made me see the bigger picture because I was doubting myself. So I want to say this before we move on any further. I just want to say, if you guys are out there and you do something that you love, don't doubt yourself. You go right ahead and do it. Yeah. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, do this or do that, or, go on and be something else. No, if you guys do something that you want to do and you love doing it and you feel that it's going to make people like you and love you, mm-hmm. and you feel like you could save somebody, then by all means, go ahead and you do that.
Yes.
Anyway, moving on from that, because I'm going to start crying and there's nothing worse than a fat man weeping. Okay. Go ahead, Harley.
Well, what I was going to say was kind of on the same level. It kind of irked me a little bit this week because I was lurking on Facebook. Not lurking, but whatever. And I posted a picture of a celebrity and their girlfriend, and then someone PM'd me and started talking all this junk about this person, and, well, not junk, but, sharing private information or whatever, and I was like, dude, where did you get this information from? And they're like, well, so-and-so, the admin of their social media site was, saying this and said this to me, and we talk or whatever, and it just sort of made me think about, us and the show and the stuff that we do or whatever, and about who we put in charge of our social media. Like, I know that if it was me, like, it would just be you and me handling our website and handling the Facebook page. And,
I've seen
because, it wasn't like personal information like, oh, give me your address and give the address and the phone number or whatever and this, that, and the other. Which even if they did, like, I totally would have, like, and I'll tell you what I did in a minute. I totally would have been like, dude, that's not okay. And I kept saying to that person, that's not okay. Like, why would this person, like, I was asking a bunch of questions. I'm like, who would say this? Is this a person that this person employed? Does this person pay them to run their social networking site? Does this person know that this is being said? Why is this person who's in charge of this platform talking to fans about stuff that isn't really none of our business?
Exactly.
And I couldn't get over it. Like, I'll admit, my part in it, that, yeah, we discussed it or whatever, but then at the same time, I was like, dude, that's not cool. Like, why? Like, I'm sitting here, like, talking about it, but at the same time, I'm still like, where did you get this information, and why are you sharing it? And I was like, does this person's, like, team, like, creative team know about this? Do they know that this is being said about this person? Do they know that this information's out there or being talked about or whatever? Because I know for me, I would be livid. Like, I would be firing people. Like, you're fired.
Yeah,
You're fired. Everyone's fired. Like, right. Just like, fuck all of you. Because I'm like, it was just so, I can't believe that this person would violate someone's trust like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if I say something to you and I say, oh, this is off the record, or we're not going to chat about it on this show or on the YouTube channel or whatever, I expect you to respect me and not say anything about it. And then I also...
and vice versa.
Right. And I also expect for you to honor me and defend me at the same time when I tell you, oh, we're not talking about this, or this is something private that we just want to keep under our hats or whatever, and it shouldn't be out there, period. And so once I had this discussion or whatever, like, I felt completely terrible that I actually went over to the person's page on Tumblr and I was like, well, hey, I just think that you should, I was like, you don't know me, I don't know you, but I'm on your social media page or whatever, and I just think that you should know that so-and-so is saying stuff, is saying these things, and I don't think it's right or fair, because I'm like, you entrusted them to run this platform for you, or whatever, and then they sent me a message back. They're like, oh, hey, can you send me the direct link? And I'm like, oh, no, boo, because it's got my personal information on it. I was like, I can screen cap it to you, I can screen cap it to you or whatever. So we went back and forth, and so I don't know what happened or whatever, but all I know is that I had to talk about it because it bothered me so badly that I was like, dude, really? Why? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, and that again is where I stress the fact that if you're a celebrity, even if you're a regular person that wants to be a celebrity, or in that field like myself and yourself, Harley, copyright everything, your name, your image, your likeness, everything.
Yeah, but then it's not only that, but then it's like, okay, if we can't handle everything, if we can't handle our social media platforms or like the Facebook, the Twitter, the Tumblrs, the Instagrams, I would rather be in charge of all of that, or have you do that or whatever. Because if I'm doing my comedy shows and you're doing your music or whatever, either one of us can handle it.
I would have your back when you're doing your comedy shows for your Tumblr and your Instagram and your Facebook, and I would expect you to have my back when I'm doing my shows for my Facebook,
and
Twitter,
I
and
don't
Instagram.
mind if we talk to fans or whatever, but I think stuff about personal relationships or things like that should just be kept completely quiet and nobody should talk about it. It's a violation of trust and
privacy,
and it's really none of our business. And to be honest with you, I feel terrible that we were discussing it, and I erased all the messages, and I haven't talked to that person. And in fact, I will send a link to this show, this podcast, saying that we discussed it, and that, you know, we didn't mention anybody's names or whatever. I'm not here to mention anybody's names.
Yeah, don't be a sellout.
I'm not selling out or whatever, but I mean, if that were happening to me, I would expect someone to also say, hey, boo, you don't know me, I don't know you, but I was on so-and-so or whatever, and whomever said this to me, that to me, or whatever, I just thought you should know, or whatever. So, but yeah, that was what happened to me this week, and no, I didn't get in any Facebook fights, although I would have taken a Facebook fight any day than that. What else?
Well, that's interesting, Harley. I mean, I respect you a lot for not, you know, naming names or whatever, because I wouldn't name names either. However, there is something I did want to address that, you know, kind of did bug me that happened a little while ago, and, you know, it's still kind of heavy on my mind. I was reading on the internet that some people in, I forgot where it was, were criticizing some other people. And, you know, I'm going to say this too about criticism is, you know, I've said some stuff about some people, and you know what? I'm not proud of it, even though some of it is true, and I'm not going to go into no details and name names.
Yeah.
However, you know, even though some of it is true, I won't go on Facebook or Twitter and start bashing said person or whatever. Just don't waste no time on it.
Because
it makes no sense.
Once you give it energy, then it exists, and then you feel terrible about it. Like, I gave this thing energy, and it like, you know, and then I felt guilty about it or whatever, and I was like, I said, I know what I did and what I said or whatever, but at the same time, and I have the pictures to prove it, I was like, where did you get this information? But okay, we're going to get off that now.
Ooh,
because
fried chicken.
There was something else that I want you to talk about, Deke.
What's that, Harley?
I want you to talk about the winter dance party.
Oh, yes. For those of you who don't know, it's getting very close to the Winter Dance Party, which is a tour. I'm going to explain to you what it is and explain to you what it's about. It's not a tour that I'm going on. I mean, I would have loved to have been on this tour with these three great legends I'm about to mention. And the three legends that were on this tour were Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper.
Let me light it, and let me...
And I just want to say, before we get started on this, rest in peace, guys. I hope that you guys will... Your guys' music will live on forever, and I know if I do my music, I'm going to honor you guys and sing a song from each one of you. And
so
don't forget those. And don't forget those three little words. You know what I like.
Mm-hmm.
Now, exactly on
hopefully I don't start crying, but go ahead.
Exactly on the night of December the 29th. I mean, excuse me, December the 25th, Christmas Day, was the first official day of this Winter Dance Party tour, and it starred Richie Valens, Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, Dion and the Belmonts, and a lot of other great and talented musicians from the 50s. Now, these next few weeks, leading into February, we're going to be talking about this. February is an important day in this day because, well, you guys will find out on February. I'm not going to go into too much detail. All I'm going to say is it's getting close to the start of the Winter Dance Party. So be listening next week because we will be playing, That'll Be the Day by Buddy Holly. We will be playing La Bamba by Richie Valens. And we will also be playing Chantilly Lace by the Big Bopper. Each week until February 3rd, we will be playing a song in honor of these fallen heroes. Anyway, back to you, Harley.
That was deep, man. And also, I gotta say something else, too, in reference to
Oh, and let me just say one more thing, too.
Yeah.
We're also going to do another celebration, too, of another fallen singer who died a year prior to that, which was Eddie Cochran.
No, a year after.
That's what I said. I said a year after.
Yeah, but then you said prior. Prior would have been February 3rd, 1959. But then it was, I think, what was it, April 16th, 1960?
Yeah.
Eddie Cochran. Oh, bless your heart, man. That's my dude. That's my other dude. Buddy Holly and Eddie Cochran. Those are my dudes. Those are the reasons why I have little Mr. Buddy Cash with me. And yeah, that's deep. Also, we're also going to have something special on March 31st of 2015 because that's going to be 20 years that Selena died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing some tributes, so be listening.
I can't believe it's been 20 years, and to me there is no other person or singer other than Selena, and no matter how hard anybody tries to...
There'll never be another one. She's often imitated, never duplicated.
Not J-Lo, not Jenny Rivera, not Fannie Lou, not anybody. Nobody's going to be as good as Selena. Selena is like, to me, there's Selena, and then there's everybody else that's not Selena.
Exactly.
It's like Chicago.
Yeah.
It's like Illinois and Chicago. There's Chicago, and then there's everybody else that's not Chicago.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it works. But anyways, we have 9 more minutes left. What else do you want to talk about?
Well, I'm pretty much good with what I wanted to say. Did you want to say anything else?
Oh! I know what else you could tell him. Tell him about the interesting discussion about the UFC with the Green Power Ranger. And
Oh, yes!
Like
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! For those of you who don't know, when I was a kid, we had a show called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, in which I am, to this day, a fan. I won't lie. If Jason David Frank called me on the phone right now, I'd be like a little 12-year-old girl. Oh, my God, it's Jason David Frank.
oh, my God! Oh, my God!
Anyway, I'd be a complete 12-year-old girl drilling over Justin Bieber, just like, oh, my God, oh, my God. Anyway, Jason David Frank, who was the Green Ranger on the Power Rangers TV series, the original Power Rangers TV series, by the way, not this bullshit they got now. Fuck this shit.
Yes.
Back when it was run by Saban, back when it was good. Anywho, to make a long story short, I heard it through the grapevine. I heard it through the grapevine.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Come on, hurry up, because I want to watch Jersey Boys on my computer.
Anyway, I heard it through the grapevine that that idiot from WWE, that's right, I called him an idiot. No. Phil Brooks, a.k.a. CM Punk, which with his little sissy-ass name, Phil Brooks, the straight-edge superstar.
Stop.
You know what? You know what? I'm lighting a cigarette right now, motherfucker.
Stop it.
I freaking hope that you enjoy this shit. Anywho, challenged Jason David Frank to a match at UFC.
Yes.
Now, Jason David Frank accepted, and the match is going to happen. I am anxiously awaiting this match to happen. I can't wait for it to be televised, because I'm going to TiVo this shit, and then after I'm done TiVoing it, I will send you all pictures of it live via Facebook.
And Instagram.
And for those of you who follow me on Twitter, I'll be posting the video on Twitter.
Yeah, I really don't like Twitter that much. I have Twitter, but I'm not like, oh my God, I need to send a tweet! No. What do you want to say, Buds?
This game, you can be a murderer, innocent, sheriff. If you play as a murderer, you get to kill everyone. If you play as the sheriff, you kill the murderer.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Anyway,
anyways,
and all I know is
when is it going to be televised?
I have no idea. They're waiting for his punk bitch ass to get his butt down to the freaking thing because he's ducking and dodging right now.
He ain't gonna show. He's just gonna be like, whatever. I'm like, he's not showing up. Anyways. But yeah, when I read about that, I thought that was fake or something.
Yeah, it's not fake though. It's true. And Jason David Frank, y'all, man, he's bulked now. He's freaking bulked up. You're like, what the hell?
I was like, dude, and he cut off his long hair. He had that long hair for years.
Yeah, he'd be looking like Matt Hardy.
A little bit.
He was looking like Matt Hardy, right? The same, like if you see Matt Hardy, that was Tommy from the Power Rangers.
Yeah, he looked just like that. He had long hair for a little while, but
yeah, I think he had the goatee at one point too.
Yeah.
Just like the way Matt Hardy has it. Shout out to my boy Matt. Anyway, just the way he has his hair and the way he's got his facial hair, that's exactly how Tommy looks. So, for those of you who are wrestling fans and you know who Jeff and Matt Hardy are, you know who I'm talking about. For those of you who don't know who they are, you Google their name, you'll find out who they are.
Yep. So, with the last 5 minutes we have left, let's start our closing procedure. So, what do you want to say in closing?
In closing, I want to say join us next week as we start the countdown to the Winter Dance Party Tour, and we start telling everybody about these fallen singers. And I also want to say one more thing. The countdown to Nashville has begun.
Yes. Well, not officially yet, not until after the new year.
Yeah.
Because then we'll be counting down the days and the months until we arrive to Nashville. And
I also find out, too, something interesting, Harley. I find out one of my other favorite wrestlers, Jeff Jarrett, is from Nashville.
Yes. Actually, I can't wait to see if they have a big wrestling thing in Nashville. Like, I bet you the scene there is big.
I think they do, because I know that they have Impact Wrestling, and I think Jeff Jarrett just started one, too, called Global Wrestling whatever.
Yeah. And then when we get to Nashville, I would like to do a podcast right at Third Man Records. Like I said last week, preferably in Mr. White's office, but that's okay. We can sit in the wherever. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, he'll be our first guest, because our second guest, I either want Jeff Jarrett or John Cena, whoever appears.
Okay, no, well, we'll see about that. Maybe I won't be there, but I would love to have...
Hey, if I'm going to be there at the one for Jack White, you can be there at that one.
Okay. I would love to have guest stars on the show. Of course, Jack White, and then your wrestlers. But then I would love to have John Lloyd Young as well.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be epic.
Wait. Not only do I want him to tell me about the movie and about the show, but, dude, he does art. Like, seriously, you have to see some of the... Like, I'll show you some of the pictures later. But, like, dude, I would be like, you have to explain it to me in detail exactly what it is that I am seeing. Because if I look at something, I just see scribbles or I see, paper. I would be like, give me more in depth about that. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to do. That would be the perfect discussion. And then... once we open the door for guest stars, we'll just be like, let the chips fall where they may. We'll just figure it out.
Whoever wants to appear can appear. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. We'll figure it out. We'll just figure it out. But those are my...
You know who my all-time favorite guest would be if they ever appeared on our podcast?
What?
I mean, the end-all, be-all of all people to appear on here, Bunny Graveyard Girl Myers.
Oh, I would love that. Yes, that'd be awesome. But, what would we talk about? I'm totally where I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, makeup, look at my Urban Decay palette. Okay, now, how are we...
we could do an interview with her, I don't know.
Knowing you, Harley, you talk about anything.
That's true.
Yeah, you and her will just ramble incoherently.
We would just, ramble incoherently about nothing. Like if we knew each other for years. Yeah, we're probably like that. It would probably be exactly like that with Jack White. Oh, yeah. No, it would be exactly, I can tell you this right now, it would be exactly like that with Jack White and John Lloyd Young. They are cancers, so it's like the minute we see each other, we're like, you don't even have to explain yourself to me because I get it. It just, I'd be like, don't even open your mouth, let's just hug it out, let's all just be friends and chill.
And I will not be featured on that podcast, y'all. I'll be sitting outside Third Man.
No, we'll just be like, let's just hug it out. We're all good. We're all friends. We get it. We get each other. It's like, whatever. I mean, I think it's something really unique to have a birthday in the summer because, everybody has a birthday during the year.
Not everybody has birthdays in the summer.
But when you're in the summer, you're sort of unique because you don't get to celebrate it at school or with your friends or whatever. You're, at home by yourself.
Yeah.
But if you have a birthday say in August, September, October, November, or January through May, then, excuse me, you get to have it at school or whatnot. But, hey, we have 1 minute and 20 seconds left, so we got to stop chattering, and we have to start saying goodbye.
Okay. Goodbye! Okay, I'm good.
No! You got to say something positive.
No, anyway, like I said, just whatever you guys are doing, and you feel like you guys can go somewhere with that, by all means do it. Don't let nobody tell you anything that, oh, you can't do it, you're never going to make it, you're never going to be this, you're never going to be that. Because you know what? Because you know what? You can be what you want to be. Anyway, we got to go now. We love y'all. Bye.
Okay. That was Jenny Lee. By the way, Jenny Lee is not feeling well today, so she sort of sat out this podcast. But I'm the Hollaback Girl, Harley Quinn, and I just want to thank everyone for listening. To the 5 people in Delaware who I know are listening in their trailers, that's okay. We love you anyways. But, so I'm going to say...
Is it cold up there?
I don't know. So I'm going to say peace, love, and happiness, and we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Say goodbye, buddy.
Bye. We love you. Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.